You know, a lot of people often say to me in the comments below, oh, you only ever report positive news about His Royal Highness Prince William, the Prince of Wales and Catherine. And of course, you never give the same, say, to Prince Harry. Well, that's really not true. You report the news that's there in front of you. But this particular story I wanted to share with you just to prove that not everything absolutely 100% goes the way, even of the Prince of Wales, Prince William. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're just about to turn, yes, you know what it's like, winter. Winter sets in so early, doesn't it? And you have to get out and about. Been a busy day today, as you can imagine, with the ongoing BBC kerfuffle and mess, or whatever you want to call it. And it's endless. People asking you questions about what they're going to do and who'll take the job. And, really, it's television. Does anybody really care? And as I've often said here on the show, and I think you'll all agree with me, many of us now get our news from other sources. And, television doesn't have the grip. And it's funny, isn't it? Because if you came from the radio age, radio was God, wasn't it? Suddenly everybody listened to their favourite shows, television came along, they dropped cinema, suddenly you could get it for free. There's always something new around the corner, absolutely. It's a little bit like this particular story regarding His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William. A recent visit, as I say, over to Brazil, wonderful part of the country, I have to be honest with you, and he's there doing his Earthshot prizes. And really, what was clever about this in respect for William was really the fact that I think it was good the way that he got a balance. But all of these things in the end sort of become celebrity, right? Because ultimately the big concert with the big pop stars, that's really what people tune in for. The message is there, but of course it didn't go plain sailing. And there's two elements to this particular story that I wanted to share with you. You see, William is now under the backlash, which I pointed out by standing next to the current British Prime Minister, who travelled 5,000 miles each, alongside the current Mayor of London, the Mayor of West Yorkshire, a 16-fold party, a videographer, everybody not going in the same plane but travelling independently, all there to tell you and I about climate change. You have to be very careful when you do things like this. And also, as I pointed out, the other situation is that Keir Starmer is so unpopular, just by ascending the stairs of a plane, you're going to get an onslaught of powerful media backlash, particularly the anti-monarchy side of things. So you have to be incredibly careful. But consequently, whoever's advising, etc. Now, where this gets interesting is, according to an excellent source, during that particular visit, no people were allowed from the media, the mainstream media, to even utter the word of Prince Andrew, the former Duke of York, right? And this really was something that apparently got Prince William rather upset. You see, he realised that you couldn't have that conversation with the media, given, during the Earthshot thing, he didn't want that to be taken away from that. The focus was the Earthshot stuff. But later on, as the culmination of the whole event had taken place, he sat down and spoke with Brazilian TV about exactly how he dealt with the trauma of telling his children regarding Catherine, the Princess of Wales' cancer diagnosis. So he was ready and willing to bring open conversations into the public domain. And according to an excellent source, William also wanted to at least touch upon the scandals, etc., regarding his uncle, Prince Andrew. Basically because he felt, according to this excellent source, that in this era of transparency, just him mentioning it and saying it's currently being dealt with, it's terrible, but this is what happens in families, etc. He understood that that's exactly what the public needed and wanted to hear. But apparently Palace courtiers said, no, you don't bring that into the conversation. Now, I don't know about you, I agree with William on this, because I think that was the perfect opportunity to just introduce it, explain what they're doing and the reasons why they're doing it, don't make a big kerfuffle over it, and then that takes the sting out of the tale. You see, the Palace go their opposite way. They sort of go the way of 20, 30, 40 years ago. Don't say anything, hopefully it'll just disappear. William is trying to be more transparent and bring these things into the 21st century. But as I said at the start of the video, even William can't get his own way all of the time. And this is going to be the battle royal as things move forward. As ever, it's a developing story. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.